Everyone was waiting to see if the herbal remedy Kevin had made would help to save Miranda's life. While they were waiting, the sky suddenly turned dark, and a cool breeze blew across the campsite, making the trees start to sway back and forth. "It looks like it's going to rain. I think we should move to higher ground so we can be safe from any flooding."
"Sherwin, do you have any people to help move the campsite?"
"Don't worry, Dalton. The tents are perfectly fine right here." "I can't believe they set up our tent so close to the river," Kevin said loudly. "Once it starts raining, the river will overflow its banks, and everything will be washed downstream, including us. You should really move Miranda to higher ground while she recuperates. I'll get Lily to do the same." Dalton agreed that it was getting too late in the year to have a summer thunderstorm, but Kevin had already been right twice today, so he gave him the benefit of the doubt. "All right, Kevin, stop messing around. Lily, you have to trust me. There isn't much time left." The rest of the group didn't believe Kevin knew anything about the weather and figured his luck had to run out soon. "Kevin, I believe you. I'll go up the hill with you." "What are you talking about, sis? It's way too dangerous in those woods." A few other members of her family agreed and tried to persuade her to stay where they were, but Phoebe didn't pay any attention to them. "Dalton, let's get going now. The rain will start very soon and we won't have much time to set up our tents." After about 10 minutes, Kevin found a good place to set up the new campsite. With Dalton's help and the simple tents that they'd brought along, the two of them were able to set it up very quickly. "Kevin, Dalton, come here. Miranda just woke up." When Dalton heard her, he immediately abandoned Kevin, who was cutting down some vines, and ran to Miranda. "Dalton, what happened to me?"
"It was all my fault. That fruit I gave you was poisonous. Luckily, Kevin saved you."
Suddenly, a bolt of lightning streaked across the sky, followed by rumbling thunder and a wild gust of wind.
"Damn it, Kevin, you were right."
"Go ahead and take your wife into the smaller tent. I'll join Lily and Phoebe in the other one." Soon the five of them split into two groups and went into their respective tents. "Why don't the two of you chat a little? I need some rest." After that, the three of them lay down quietly and waited for the storm to pass. Suddenly, Kevin remembered something and leaned over. "Did you guys hear something? It sounds like someone is calling for help." Kevin quickly opened the tent zipper. The rain was certainly very heavy and Kevin could barely see where he was going. "Dalton, I think the rest of our group's in trouble." Dalton quickly came out of his tent. "You three should stay up here. Whatever you do, don't go down to the river." It took more than 10 minutes for Kevin and Dalton to find their way down to the main campsite. They were stunned by what they saw. The river had risen at least 6 feet. Not only did it wash away the tents, but there were also some trees that had fallen, the rest of the group trying desperately not to be washed away by the water. "Hey, can you hear me? I just threw you some vines. Pull yourselves up with all your strength." "Mr. Williams, pull me up first. Get me out of here. I promise I won't laugh at you anymore." "Stop arguing and help each other climb up here. Ladies first." It took Officer Emmett a long time to climb to safety. Just as she was about to lose her grip, Kevin reached out and grabbed her arm. He'd saved her life. With Dalton's help, Kevin quickly pulled everyone to safety, except for Blair. "Everyone, go up to the small clearing where we pitched our tents." Then Kevin turned to Dalton and said, "Would you please lead the way?"
"Okay, no problem."
Kevin took a moment to catch his breath, then he heard Blair yelling to him, "Kevin, what are you doing? Don't you see that I'm still down here? Hurry up and save me." "I'm sorry, Mr. Blair. After saving so many people, I don't have much strength left. Kevin, please save me. I don't want to die." "Maybe I'll save him, but you have to say the magic word. Please, please, I beg you." "I admit it. I arranged for someone to dress up in a cougar costume. Now please save me. How could you do such a thing?" I wanted to look like a hero in front of Kelly, so I found someone to pretend to be a wild animal." Officer Emmett froze when she heard him say this, Kevin said as he threw the vine down to Blair. After he had climbed up the slope to safety, Blair saw Officer Emmett walking away. He didn't even say thank you to Kevin before chasing after her. When Kevin returned to the camp, Lily immediately jumped out of the tent. "Kevin, I'm so proud of you. It's still raining hard. Why don't you go into the tent and rest?" Kevin ignored all of the people huddling under the bushes and headed back down the hill. Miranda had been poisoned by the golden fruit. Kevin knew that this kind of fruit was very rare, especially this far north. When Kevin got down near the river, he looked around and finally found 2 trees that still had some undamaged fruit. It looked like there were about 20 that had survived. The next day, Blair's family managed to get where there was cell phone coverage to call for some limos to come pick them up early. Kevin and Lily rode back with Dalton and Miranda and a few other guests.
Kevin, tell me honestly, how do you make such good predictions?
I only read a few books about these subjects when I was bored. Suddenly, the driver slammed on the brakes.
I'm very sorry about that, but there's a tree blocking the road.
There were also a few people standing in the road, scratching their heads and trying to figure out what to do. Just then, the group of men in the road suddenly walked up to the stretch limo, and an anxious-looking man in his 30s asked them for help. "My uncle hurt his leg when the tree fell, and he needs to get to the hospital right away. Can you please help us?"
The traffic's really tied up because of the storm. It'll take way too long for an ambulance to get here.
Don't listen to them. We need to get out of here right now. Don't you have any conscience? Can't you see that someone's been injured? Quick, open the door and let them in. Don't open it, Kevin shouted anxiously. Kevin sighed helplessly, but none of them listened to him. As it turns out, he realized as soon as he saw the line of fallen trees, someone had deliberately cut them down. Plus, when one of the men knocked on the window, Kevin clearly saw a prison tattoo on the man's arm, partially covered by a sleeve.
"But we don't have any empty seats,"
Jason pointed out to them. "I'll gladly give up my seat for them. Lily, Dalton, Miranda, Phoebe, why don't you guys get out of the car with me?" "Let's go, Kevin. I'll go with you." "I'll get out too," Lily finally said. As they were stepping out of the limo, Kevin turned around and said to Blair and the others, "If you need any help later, don't come crawling to me. Go on, get out of here. We're trying to help some people and you're just running away. Who needs you?" After Kevin and the others got out of the limo, Blair and Jason enthusiastically helped the men bring the injured man inside.
"You guys are lucky you ran into us. Otherwise, you'd be in trouble."
"Thank you. Thank you very much," the man replied with a cold smile. Then he pulled a very sharp knife out of his jacket and said menacingly, "Nobody move. I know how to use this and I'd hate to have to hurt you." "What the hell are you doing?" Blair was dumbstruck. The others didn't know what was going on. "What are we doing? Let me explain. This is a robbery," the man with the injured leg said as he pulled out a knife and held it to Blair's neck. "What are you doing? We were trying to help you." "I've already thanked you for that, but my friends and I need some money. As long as you follow our instructions and hand over all the money you have, I guarantee that you'll all be just fine. I'm Lieutenant Emmett of the Chicago Police Department. If you know what's good for you, you'll drop your knives and surrender." She was skilled enough to beat these guys all by herself, but the space was really small and pretty crowded. "You're not getting anything from us." Unfortunately, the man wasn't in the mood to listen to Blair and gave him a powerful blow to the gut. Everyone began to wish they'd gotten out and taken a walk with Phoebe and the others.
"Listen, if all you want is money, that's okay. But we don't do a lot of cash business. We don't have much on us right now."
"Are you kidding me?"
"I know you're all very wealthy. Otherwise, we wouldn't have deliberately waited here for you. So if you don't have any cash, we'll just take everything else. Put all your phones, jewelry, watches, and other valuables in the bag."
The group of robbers were very happy. It looked like they could get at least $1 million from their rich victims. Then the leader of the gang smiled lewdly and reached out to touch Officer Emmett's face. It looked like he had other things in mind than just a robbery.
"Get lost, you You're a police officer, aren't you? Then you're responsible for the safety of everyone here. If you resist me again, this man dies."
He reached out to touch Officer Emmett again, but as he extended his hand, someone seized it firmly. "If you're going to rob us, then just do it and move on. Try anything else and you'll regret it." Kevin grunted and gave the man a quick, powerful sidekick in the gut, sending him flying 10 feet away. Hostages smiled as they saw a glimmer of hope. A couple even started to cheer Kevin on. But their hopes were dashed when they heard a gunshot suddenly ring out. The head of the gang had shot out one of the windows of the limo. "I didn't know you were carrying any guns with you. Why don't you try to shoot me instead of an innocent car?" "Kevin!" Officer Emmett shouted anxiously when she heard him say this. Of course she saw through Kevin's strategy. It was the same thing he'd done during the bank robbery. He was trying to draw the man away so he wouldn't hurt the others.
"Go to hell!"
the man shouted as he pulled the trigger. As the gunshot rang out, blood burst from Kevin's shoulder. Fortunately, it wasn't in a vital organ.
"Damn it!"
Dalton shouted when he saw this. He ran over to the man and kicked the gun out of his hand. Then he knocked him out cold. That's when Kevin fell to the ground. When he woke up, he found himself in a hospital. "Kevin, you finally woke up. Promise me one thing. In the future, if we ever get in the same situation again, don't be so brave, okay? The doctor said the bullet struck close to your heart." "I'm sorry I scared you." Then he looked around the room and asked her, "Lily, where are we? I didn't know hospitals around here were so luxurious." "This is a private hospital opened by the Steele family. Speaking of which, you really have to thank Dalton Steele. If he hadn't invited the best doctor, your surgery wouldn't have gone so smoothly."
"Where's Dalton now?" Kevin asked.
"It's his grandfather's birthday in 2 days," Lily explained. "Dalton is busy taking care of the guests in his home. Do you know where Dalton's home is?" While this was going on, Mitchell Cook, Adriana Wright, and the other 3 were sitting together in a private room in the Whistler Hotel. They were discussing their plans for an ecological garden. They were interrupted by the crash of the room's door being kicked open.
"Who the hell are you? How dare you behave so shamefully in my hotel?"
"My name is Thomas Williams," he said proudly. "If Kevin were here, he'd have to answer to me. That gives you an idea of my importance. So what if you're from the Williams family? This is Chicago, not New York. You're a long way from home. Take them all away. Let's see how long Kevin survives without his buddies." They had no idea what Thomas had in mind.
Hi, Kevin here. If you were wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of InstaEmpire now with the link in the description.